The diet industry is a huge scam. Intentional weight loss actually reduces our health rather than improves it. So this pursuit of that certain number on the scale is actually counterproductive. And the reason is because, well, for one, the diet industry is really trying to create lifelong customers. And the recipe of calorie restriction and energy output is exactly how they do that. And they keep you coming back because it doesn't fucking work. So if you are trying to get swimsuit ready and you have fallen victim to this cycle again, maybe, then I want to explain to you why that is. Our bodies can't differentiate between self-imposed food shortages, i.e. calorie counting and portion controlled meals, and actual food scarcity. And our bodies are incredible in that they want to protect us. They want to ensure our survival above all else. So if we are, think of our ancestors, if there was a food shortage and we are also running more, expending more energy, our body is going to lower our metabolism, thinking we're not getting as much energy from food as we once were. Yet we are burning more calories. And so how can we combat this, right? Because we don't know how long this is going to last. So our body gets better at storing fat in an effort to conserve energy in case this is sustained. So it gets better at storing fat and it slows our metabolism down so we expend less energy. Because it thinks maybe we're running from a bear. It doesn't know that we're running to try to fit into our swimsuit or that bridesmaid's dress. It thinks that we are threatened. And so the alarm systems really go off as a result. And each time you go through this dieting cycle, your body gets better at storing fat, right? And that's why it's probably not working as well each time you do it. Not necessarily because your metabolism is naturally slower because of your age, but because your toxic buildup is accumulating, your hormones are becoming progressively dysregulated as a result of our modern world. And this perpetual cycle, it keeps repeating. Your body is just constantly trying to help you survive by conserving. So, if you want another way, if you are tired of obsessing about your weight and your health, this was not meant to be a project we spend our entire lives working on. Our bodies finding a balance and equilibrium, that should just be default. That should really be effortless. Yet we expend so much mental energy trying to control this aspect of our life. And what is the cost? What do you want to spend your precious time on this earth doing? Do you want to spend it obsessing about your weight and your pant size? Or do you want to spend it doing acts of service for others? Being present with your family, giving, and reaching higher levels of your spirituality and religion, and actually self-actualization, finding your purpose in this life. These things aren't achievable if we are stuck in survival mode. And that is the reality for many, many, many Americans today. And unfortunately, it's by design. These ads, all these marketing ads convincing us that we aren't enough, we don't have enough, we need this thing or that thing in order to be complete. And then we spent our paycheck before we even get it, and that credit card bill keeps increasing and rising and overwhelming us and making us more and more stressed and more trapped. So that the prospect of leaving our job, which we don't enjoy and isn't fulfilling, gets further and further away and out of reach. Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry, that's pretty depressing, but it is really the reality. So many people are stuck in survival mode, just barely getting by. So if your thoughts are preoccupied with food, finances, and money, relationship problems, and things like that, then it's time to look at your belief systems. It's time to look at your diet, not just what you're eating, but everything you're consuming from the media, especially, because it is essentially programming us and hardwiring us in a sense. And this is something that's been very difficult for my clients to let go of. Some of them who have had this programming uploaded over the years. As they say, someone will believe a lie they've heard 1,000 times over the truth they've heard just once. So if the diet industry has perpetuated that we need to count calories and we need to go to the gym every single day to lose weight, and then I come in and I say, actually, you can eat as much as you want. And actually, going on a walk outside would probably give you better results and support your body long term. And it might be a good idea to take a break from the gym. It's very hard for people to deprogram and to really accept this a lot of times. And I understand why. I understand why. But if what you are doing hasn't worked, like the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. So consider a different way. You know, really, you fighting you is a battle that you can never win, right? So what if instead of just focusing on this goal of being a certain weight, we decide to love ourselves today? We decide to be in a partnership with our body and learn to speak the language of our body so that we can meet our needs right now. So that we can ask ourselves what we need rather than looking outside of ourselves for what we need. Because I know it's a little cliche, but the answers are within us. If your body is demanding rest, it's not because you're lazy or lack motivation. It's probably because you've been overworked. It's probably because your cortisol levels are incredibly high, your stress hormone, and exercising intensely is going to exacerbate that stress even more, when what we really need to do is be calming our nervous system down and sending messages of safety so that it can get out of that survival mode and say, oh, okay, we don't have to conserve anymore. We don't have to suppress the metabolism anymore. We are safe, and therefore we can release this weight and, send blood to our other extremities instead of just centralizing it at our core. And so it's amazing the healing that can occur. And it's definitely not as quick as the diet industry of having 5 shakes a day and exercising for an hour. Yeah, that's going to help you lose the weight. But again, your body is going to combat that. It's going to defend itself against that by increasing your hunger hormones, ghrelin, and encourage you to obsess about food, be thinking about food all the time, and eventually give in and feel really out of control around food. And so the alternative is calming that nervous system, letting your body know it's safe, and again, learning that language of your body. Like, I'm craving chocolate. Okay, what might that mean? It might mean that you need some magnesium, you need some iron. Maybe for women, you're on your period, and those are important minerals we lose through our bleed that we need to replenish. So, we try to control what we don't trust, right? And so if we don't trust our body, we think, oh no, I'm gonna self-sabotage again, like I need to go on this diet, whatever. But if instead you can be in that partnership with your body and have that deep understanding and know, oh, I know that chocolate has these things, and I know I'm at this point in my cycle, or I just donated blood, or I'm having trouble sleeping and feeling more stressed, maybe my magnesium levels are low, then you're like, oh, thank you for communicating this to me. Now I know what I need, and that's okay. And I should do my best to meet that need. That shuts off those alarm systems, that shuts off those hunger signals, and allows you to take better care of yourself. So, if you're tired of the vicious dieting cycle and this resonates with you, then I really encourage you to consider a different way, to let go of these beliefs that aren't serving you, that have been perpetuated and repeated by this industry that makes millions and millions off of people being overweight, and this cycle repeating itself year after year. I know it's hard to believe that these industries don't necessarily want the best for us, but they are businesses, and their bottom line is to make a profit. And our medical industry and the diet industry does not make a profit off of healthy, self-aware people. So I hope this message resonates with you guys. This is something I work on with my clients, is getting to the root cause of what it is that you need, those voids that are encouraging you to eat in excess, those cycles that need to be broken so that you can be liberated, and so that your health and food and things like that don't have to preoccupy your thoughts, so that you can explore other incredible, beautiful, and amazing areas of this life.